Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to discuss all about how to build a responsive fitness website using React.js and also Tailwind CSS. Here is a project. In the top, have a logo. In the right side, have a menus, and behind that, have a slider. It will change the image after 5 seconds or 3 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds. And this is a showcase section, and there I have a content button. In the right side, I have a simple call. But when you scroll down, you are able to see this sticky navbar, right? And when you hit the next section, like there, I am able to see this is the features tab or features section. In the features section, when I hover the mouse on the particular section or tab, I'm getting the image and also content. When I hover the mouse in the next one, I'm getting another image like this, right? You can also click on the particular tab, you will get the particular image and content, guys. So let's move on, and this is about, this is the classes. In the classes, I have a tabs data. When you click on the next tab, you are getting the particular details on there. Let's move on. And here is the pricing, very simple. And this is a trainer card section. And let's move on, and this is a testimonial. When you click on the next, you will get the different reviews from the users. And the last one is the contact us and footer. When I click on this one arrow sign, I will move on the top, and this is the top. I can click on the particular section. I will get the particular section detail on the website. Look at that, guys. Right, so I'm going to click on the home. Let's look at the responsiveness. So I select the small screen size like this. Click on there. I'm getting the menus. Click on it to remove the menus. And when you click on particular section, you will get on there, right? So let's see. I will use. So guys, I will teach you how you can use simple React and also Tailwind CSS to design it from scratch, right? So let's get it started. So guys, I have successfully configured my project. So first of all, I will design the component one by one. Then I will teach you how you can use the logic to display the dynamic menus, effect, and many other things. So before moving on the logic, I need to design the component. So first of all, I will design the one component like navbar. Then I will teach you how you can use the logic to display the dynamic menus. Once we complete it, then we're gonna move on step by step, how we can use the logic and how you can design that from scratch. So guys, I've used the simple Tailwind CSS classes to design the navbar, but we need to add the logics to display the menus and add the conditional rendering on there when I scroll down to display the sticky navbar. And yeah, we're gonna work on the logic. So I need to move on our code editor. So step number 1, you need to move on the app.jsx. You need to create a variable like active section, which will help us to manage the section. Means when you will click on the link, then it should be displayed the particular section. So I'm going to show you how you can use that. Use set active section active. Give me a second. Use stat. By default I'm going to passing the home, right? And I'm going to pass, and there's a prop on there is active active section, like active section as I stated, like this one. So I will work on that on later. This time I just pass as a prop, so just copy it and paste on there because I will use that. Okay, active section. Okay, just copy and paste on there. The next thing, I need to create an object like this. Nav links on each object have different type of content. Like this is a name, have a key is home, href hash home, id is a home, have different type of things on there. Basically these are used to display the menus, and these href is used to when you will click on the link to get the particular section, and id also is helpful for display the particular section as well. So you need to get that. And where is the menu? Have just cut this one code, use nav links .nav and use return, copy that link.nav, and it should be display the menus as you can see. And also I need to pass inside href is link.href, means you can click on any link. Let's hover the mouse on there. In the bottom of the screen you are able to see classes. When I click on hover the mouse on the about, it is display hash about, hash features, hash home, and so on. So yeah, the next thing is I also mentioned there is a link key link.id, right? So I'm going to use same logic to display the small Ikson size menu. Just copy it and move on down, and here is the map method, so I just paste on there just like so. Let's move on the small Ikson size, and as you can see, right, it will appear in the front, but I'm gonna comment it and just use simple logic, same logic but have a different type of links. Not links, nav links dot map link, return that, and just pass on there is a link dot name, and inside there just pass the link dot href, right? So I'm going to save the file. It should be displayed in the menus in the small Ikson size, but we need to add a few more things that help us to manage our sticky navbar, right? And also the small Ikson size menus. When I click on the menus to display the menus, hide the menus, and yeah, so we're gonna create a state is open, and I'm gonna call it set is open, use stat. By default I'm gonna pass the false. Scroll also I use scroll, set scroll, use stat, false, right? And I'm gonna create a function toggle menu, and I'm gonna set is open and not is open, like this, Right, so by the way, this is our function which used to handle on the toggle button. Also, I need to give me a second. This is mobile menu button, so I need to add the conditional rendering on there. So button. So first of all, I use on click event. Give me a second. On click and toggle menu. The next thing is menu is open, and I just use it is open to close menu. Otherwise, I would like to use open menu, right? And yeah, so also I just got it, and I'm going to use on there as well is open to display this one. Otherwise, I need to use display this content, right? So I think it should be display the menus. Yeah, I'm getting the menus, as you can see when I click on it to display and hide the menus. But I need to work on these styling, but I'm getting the menus icons, and also my function is working perfectly, right? So yeah, we're gonna use another things one by one to display and hide the menus, right? So here's the mobile menus, right? So the first step I'm gonna use on there is open. So I will change the max height should be max edge should be 400 pixel, opacity is 100. Otherwise max height is 0, opacity is 0, overflow is hidden as well. So I can't see anymore the icons, but when I click on it, as you can see, create, and yeah, so let's look at that in the top. What the next thing I need to give me a second. So I think everything is perfect, but we need to add this one space, and we're gonna use the conditional rendering to display the something else. Okay, so here's a navbar. This is a also a sticky navbar. I will create many other things on there, but I need to add on there is, give me a second. Give me a second. I will work on the sticky navbar later, but this time I just need to fix this one issue. Okay, and also I need to use a few things to change flex justify between. Give me a second. Flex max fix 7 XL and justify between height 20. This is our first section, this is our next section, and next section. I think something is wrong inside there. So let me find out the problem where it is and why I'm getting the issue. I need to display this one logo in the left side, and also I need to make a space between our logo and menus. So I think something is wrong inside my code. I think, let me use it. So let me cut it and let's see what happened. Okay. Justify flex justify between. So guys, I find the problem. The problem is inside the navbar. I just use fixed, and because it is a sticky navbar, so the problem has been solved. As you can see, the menus are up here in the right side and logo is up here in the left side. I did not change anything else inside there. Right, and also I'm going to remove the space from the fit light. Right, cool. And also let's look at that. The smallest inside, I'm getting the menus. Click on it. I'm getting the menus. Right, cool. So yeah, we're gonna work on the join now button to add the conditional rendering and display some other stuff. But before moving on there, I just add a few more things inside there. Is conditional based scroll BG. I just changed the colors, 95 backdrop, blur MD, and shadow RG. Otherwise I would say BG transparent, like this. I'm gonna save the file, and yeah, we're gonna move on. And also I'm gonna add the conditional rendering on there as well, because it is a logo. So I would say just paste that and use is scrolled. What is scrolled is true. Text should be gray 900. Otherwise text should be white. Yeah, so I'm gonna save the file. You're able to see the changes, as you can see. So let's move on, and this is animation based. Okay, so I would say scroll is true, then I just use BG red 600. Otherwise I would change BG white like this. So yeah, so let's move on. And okay, inside there also I would say, okay, I also mentioned the link active means when user will click on the particular link, then who will able to see the particular section. But I think I will leave that, and I will work on that on later. This time I'll just use conditional rendering on there. Right, so also I'm going to leave this one nav link because I need to work on that. Okay, and yeah, here's the join. In the join I also mentioned a few things, as scroll is true, BG red 600, text should be white, then hover the mouse, BG red 700, how I shade to LG. Otherwise BG white, text red 700, however BG gray 100. Okay, I'm gonna save the file and look at that. As you can see, guys, very cool thing. Let's move on, and this mobile menu, and here is the conditional based. Yeah, so just use scroll is true, scrolled. So I just changed text should be gray 800 and text should be white. Okay, so I'm gonna save the file. Let's move on, and okay, here's the nav link. So I also mentioned this scroll is true. So I also leave this one because I will add the active link. Okay, and also this is the same thing, so I'm going to copy my join link code like this and just paste on there. Right, so like there, save the file. When I move on, I can't see any more and the navbar, as you can see guys. Okay, because I will add the slider on there, so it should be display the content. And also I will work on the sticky navbar, means I scroll down then display the sticky navbar. So in the next section we can design the slider, and when I will design the slider, then I will teach you how you can use logic inside the slider. If I need to add the logics, so I will teach you, otherwise I will work on the designing section. Okay, so let's move on the designing section. So guys, we're gonna add the logic to display the images, and also we will display some random images inside this one section. So let's look at that, how we can do this. So I go to my code editor, so I need to move on the top. The first step, you have images. So I have images. The images is coming from an splash, and this is a variable. In the array have more than 4 images, I think. No, 3 images, 1 and that's 2, then this is 3. So I will use this one to display as a background slider, right? So let's see where I need to display the image slider, and we will image slider here. Okay, so by the way, I need to check this instant with false pages and 2000. Yeah, so I just get it. Use the hero background dot map bg and index. Okay, just use return and same thing you need to paste on them. Right, the next thing is I would assign the manual style on there as style and background image, not this one, background image should be URL and bg. Okay, so I'm going to save the file, and let's see. As you can see, right, so the 3 images are up here, but we need to add the logic to display the slide. After a few seconds it will be changed, right? So let's see how we can do that. So I need to move on the top, and first of all we need to create a states. Right, so first one is is visible, set is visible, user state by default is fine. Also I will create another state which is current bg index, set current bg index. Okay, user state by default is 0. The first step, I would like to use effect, and I just want to use simple set is visible is true. When the page will be loaded, the set is visible true. The next thing is I need to create another use effect, and inside there I'm gonna add the logic to change the slide, right? So I create a variable, assign the set interval function, right? Inside the set interval function we need to use set current bg index, calling the function previous index, and just use previous index, increment one value, call the modulus, where is more, okay, and select the hero background dot length, right, and assign the time period inside there is 7000, means 7 seconds. The last thing you need to use clean the function by using clear interval and interval. Okay, this will be interval, and just use and there's interval. Okay, and also I'm going to cut this one and paste there because I used the hero background. Okay, the last and final thing I need to add, hero background dot length will be changed, this effect will be executed. So I'm going to save the file, and what is wrong with that? Each list should have a unique key. Okay, I'm going to add the key is index like this. So I'm going to refresh my page. I think background image is not defined. Okay, I need to use that as header, right? So the images are up here. Let's see the image will be changed or not. So I think something is wrong inside my code, so let's review that. So const interval, set interval, current bg index, previous index, positive, increment values, dot length. Okay, and yeah, it's perfect. Return, clean up the function, clear interval, and this one hero background dot length, and yeah, it is perfect. But why I can't see the images will be changed? Okay, last thing I'm gonna add it is, so I'm gonna add the simple logic, and there is index is equal to current bg index. Then I need to use opacity 100, scale should be 105, otherwise I need to use opacity 0 and scale also 100. I think it should resolve the problem. So yeah guys, as you can see, the images have changed, and yeah, it is cool slider, and So we're gonna display the images inside there. So let's see how we can do that. So let's okay, I will use map method inside there, so I need to get the images. Okay, but before getting the images, I just cut it, and I need to display more than 5 images, so I need to create here y for 5 and use map, passing the value, whatever the value you will pass on there, just use return and same code. But why I'm getting problem, give me a second. What this one code, and I need to use a return keyword, right? And inside the image I need to get the images from my API, so I just use curly bracket, little template, that, and after this one I need to use I modules by 2 equal to 0 to display the woman, otherwise display the man. Okay, and also I need to add, after this one is hi plus 20.jpg. Okay, so I'm gonna save the file and let's see. I have 4 boxes, but I can't get the image, so I think here is some problems. So randomuser.me/api/ported/$i modules by 2 equal to 0 and display the woman, otherwise I need to display the, yeah, it is perfect. Object fit is cover gpg. Okay, let me change the camel case to normal. So yeah guys, I'm getting the images as you can see. So I'm gonna refresh my page, the slider images are up here inside there. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna add the conditional rendering when the page will be loaded. So we're gonna fix this issue. So let's find out where I need to add the conditional rendering. It means display the different type of content or different type of color combinations. So I need to find the conditional rendering, where I need to use the conditional rendering, guys. Okay, I think I don't need to display the conditional rendering. Yeah, give me a second. I will find little template when I use the design. Where is the card? Give me a second. Status card here. I use the little template. It means I need to use the conditional rendering on there, so I will use is visible is true, then I would say translate y0 opacity is 100, and otherwise I need to use translate y20 opacity is 0. Okay, so I'm gonna save the file, and yeah, great. So the last and final thing is I need to fix this one navbar, and also we're gonna add the sticky navbar logic inside the navbar. So we will use the simple thing inside there. So I need to move on the navbar, and first of all I need to change the color. So where is the navbar? Here. So this is the link and the navbar. This is the whole effect. So first of all I will use text should be white. No, also okay, I will fix this one issue when the page will be load. And so no, I will use the logic inside there, but right now I'm gonna add the logic which used to handle the sticky navbar. But I will use another logic, means when user will click on the particular link and then who will get the particular section. So I'm gonna use on there as a sticky navbar. So I'm gonna use effect const handle scroll, and just use if window dot scroll y greater than 50. So I just use set scroll is true, otherwise use set scroll false. It will display the sticky navbar, guys. And also I need to call the window dot add event listener, which event scroll event, and call the function like handle scroll. Also I need to use return keyword to claim the function, means when you scroll up I need to remove the event. Okay, scroll handle scroll. Okay, so I'm going to save the file, and it is applied on there because I already mentioned the logic on there when I scroll down. So let's say give me a second, I will lorem 50. So I'm going to save the file, and no, I can't get the sticky navbar. So yeah, I need to find out where is the problem. So use effect, and when I scrolled up, okay, I increase the quantity of the text. Let me check it, what will be wrong. Okay guys, as you can see, the sticky navbar is perfect on there, right? So let's remove this one, I don't need that, and we're gonna work on the next component to design that. Once I will design it, then we're gonna work on the logic, right? So guys, we're gonna add the logic to display the images, content and tabs. So I need to move on our code editor, so I need to paste this one object. Inside the object have images, so let me share with you guys. I move on the top. So here's a feature object, and there have a keys, the IDs. One, the icon is the SVG image, the title is this, description image. So I will use them to display the image, content and icons as well. So I need to move on the tone. Also I will use the state. Reason for using the state, when I click on the particular tab, then I need to get the particular content. So I use const active feature set active feature, use the state, and by default I will assign the values now. Okay, and what the next? Okay, I need to move on the tone. Give me a second. And this is the top, and I will use method inside there. So I just cut it, use curly brackets, and target your features.map and passing the values feature return this one content. And we're gonna replace these content to feature.icon. So I'm gonna save the file. Let's see, I'm getting the icons, as you can see, right? And the next one is title, so I need to use feature.title. And where is the image? Okay, this is the title, right? So I need to use feature.description. So I'm going to save the file, and I'm getting the title, description, icons from the object, right? So in the right side I need to display the images. So here is the images content, so I just cut that and use features. Give me a second. Features.map and feature return that, and in there I'm gonna add the image, feature.image. And what is next? So I'm gonna save the file. Let's see what you're getting. I'm getting the image, but when I click on any of the tab, I can't see any changes, right? So let me replace other content, then I will fix it. Feature.title, this will be feature.description. Okay, I'm gonna save the file, and the title, description, and so the default image, so I just cut that and use curly bracket, active feature is not true, then display this one. Inside the source I need to add the simple image by default, like this. Give me a second, like this. So save the file, and by default image is right. So what is next? And this is a description, and so everything is great, but when I click on any of the link and when I hover the mouse on the particular tab, then I need to change the image and also my content. So let's work on that, and also I need to move on the top, and we will change a few things one by one, right? So give me a second. Okay, where I will use feature. This is a cursor pointer. Okay, so I will use that as conditional rendering as active feature is equal to feature.id. Then I would change bg white shadow XL and border L for border red 600. Otherwise, when I hover the mouse, bg white 70. So I'm going to save the file, and I can't see any changes, but when I click on the tab, then it should be displayed. Okay, so bg white shadow XL. Okay, yeah. And after this one, I'm gonna add the event on mouse. Enter. I'm calling the function set active feature is feature.id, and also I will add another event on click. Set active feature is feature.id, like this. So let's see. As you can see, guys, right? I'm going to refresh my page. I'm getting the default. Just a minute. This is the default, but when I hover the mouse, as you can see, but also I need to change the content. Okay, so we're gonna fix it, so give me a second. So also I need to add the conditional rendering on there. So I'm gonna use active feature equal to feature.id. Tag should be red 600. Otherwise tag should be for red 900. Okay, yeah, perfect. So let's move on. And also I'm going to add the conditional rendering on there is active feature equal to feature.id, and then I would say opacity is 100 and translate X is 0. Otherwise I need to use opacity is 0 and translate X at. Okay, so let's move on, and we're gonna find another things if I change it. Okay guys, I'm getting the images right. When I hover the mouse, the second, third one image, fourth, fifth, and yeah. When I refresh my page, by default is image. When I hover the mouse, I'm getting that. Okay. When you leave the mouse, it is up here the default things. Okay, cool. So also I'm going to mention on there is border radius, border rounded, I would say a little bit of rounded the image. This is the active feature image, so but I just copy it and I'm going to try to use it inside this one. So let's see. And this is not full rounded, just use a little bit. Okay, it is perfect guys, as you can see. So yeah guys, so we have successfully completed more than 3 sections: the navbar, showcase, and also the features. So we're gonna keep working on another section. First of all, I will design it, then I will teach you another important thing that help us to manage the logics to display the content when you will use the React, right? So guys, we're gonna work on our classes. I don't need to add any logic inside this one section because it is very simple to design that, but the important thing is our classes. So inside there I'm going to add the accordion buttons and some content which are used to display the image, category, name, and so on and so forth. So I need to move on our code editor. So step number 1, I'm going to paste the category classes, category classes categories. Also I need to add some content, right? So this is a class list. Inside they have a name, category, image, duration, instructor, and time period. Okay, so also I need to make a state, guys. So const active category set active category. Okay, by default I will use stat and assign the values all, which is this. So I will use the logic to display the buttons. When user will click on any other button, then the particular content will be appear on behalf of on click. Okay, so I need to move on down and I'm going to create a function, I need to filter the content. So I need to create a available filtered classes, and I will use active category equal to all. So I would say class list, otherwise I would say class list dot filter CLS, and I would say CLS dot category equal to active category. So this will help us when user will click on any button, then the particular button details will be appear inside the code. So let's see how we can use that inside our project. So right, so here is the logic. So I'm going to cut it. I just use class categories. First of all, use map category index, and I will say return this one content inside the category. I would like to use category which is coming from there. I'm going to save the file and look at that. These categories are used inside our classes. These, okay. Let's move on, and we will add many other things. So I'll use the conditional rendering on there is active category equal to category. Then I would say, give me a second, I would say bg red 600, text should be white, otherwise bg gray 100, text should be gray 700. When I hover the mouse, say like this. So save the file and look at that, guys. Click on it. Right now it doesn't work, but when I will add the event, so let's add the event on click, set active category and passing the category. So let's look at that. Click on it, as you can see. But when I click on the particular category button, then I need to display the particular section content inside there, right? So what I'm going to do on there, I will move on there. So this is a logic. So I would like to use filter classes that map CLS index button this one content, and I just change empty details to cls.image, which is coming from our object, and yeah, so same thing I'm gonna use cls.nav. I'm gonna save the file and look at that, guys. The different images, I click on it, as you can see. Okay, but also I need to change the categories. So cls.category, and here's the name, cls.name. Where is okay, duration, so cls dot duration, and where is the static data? I don't need, yeah, here's the time, so I just use cls dot time and save the file. Look at that, guys. Right, so I click on any tab, I'm getting the particular details inside the card. Very simple. So let me show you another important thing. So the first step, these are buttons, right? These are used on the button. I use the state and assign the default values all, and this is the object which have a content like image, name, title, and so on so forth. Once you get all of the things, then you need to use the filter classes variable that will help us to check the active category state is matched with all, then display only on class list, means display all content. Otherwise I need to filter out by using filter method and check CLS, means class list categories will match or active categories display the particular content. So I just use this one, filter classes inside there to display the content. If I use class list inside there, it should be display the same content, but when I click on any tab I can't see any changes. So make sure use filter classes, right? So let's try it. Okay, cool. same logic that help us to display the many cards, like more than 3 cards, and display the dynamic details. So I need to move on our code editor. So step number 1, you need to use this one object. Inside the object have a plans with the name of plans, have keys and values, the name, price, period, features, and many others. So I will use them inside this one section. So first of all, I cut that and use map method, like plans.map and plan. This will be index, return same content, but we need to change the details, which is plan name. I would say not this one, but also I need to use a few more things. First of all, I use inside this one is plan.popular is exist. So I would say border to border weight 600 and a letter, otherwise nothing, right? So I'm going to save the file. Look at that, guys, we have 3 rows and one of the most popular, right? The next one is, this is a conditional rendering. So yeah, so I'm going to cut that and use plan.popular is exist, then display this one content. So and yeah, on the top, okay. And yeah, we will use the dynamic detail on there is plan.name, plan.price, plan.price, and plan.period, and also I'll use the map method inside there as well. But I'm going to save the file, and here's some mistakes, so we can fix it. So give me a second. This is the plan name, this is the pricing, so I would say cut it and paste inside there. So I think it should be, yeah, it is perfect, right? Okay, and also I think I need to cut, but before cut that, I need to add the map method inside there, which used to display the features, plans.features.map feature index and same content, but I need to use return keyword as well. So just copy it and remove and use features. Okay, just use feature. So I'm getting the dells. Okay, and yeah, we can use this one. Give me a second, paste inside there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it is perfect position on there, guys. Alright, cool. Let's move on. And the last one is pattern. So also I need to cut that and paste inside there. Just change it and remove plan.btn text. It should be display the button, right, as you can see, guys. But also I will add the conditional rendering classes inside there. Is plan.btn classes, so it should be display the classes, as you can see, guys, right? Cool. And last one is, this is outside of the current position, so I'm going to cut it and paste inside this one there. So it should be display perfect position, guys. So this is our pricing page. So we are successfully completed more than I think classes pricing section. So we're gonna work on the trainers testimonial contact. So yeah, let's design the testimonial. the logic to display the crucial images, author images, content, and also logic which used to handle the next and previous event. So I need to move on our code editor, so I just paste, give me a second, I just paste my object which have details like give me a second, have a quote, author, wall, image, and writing. Also I will create a functions which used to handle the next and previous event. So I'm going to create a state which used active index and set active index. Okay, by default I will assign the user state, the value is 0, and we're going to create a function next testimonial target set active index, previous index, and I would say previous index increment 1 modules by testimonial dot length. Okay, so very simple function that will help us to move the next slide. And same thing I'm gonna do, this will be previous event, just use previous. So inside there I need to use -1 plus testimonial dot length. Okay, give me a second, I'll show you. -1 plus testimonials dot length modules, not there, modules testimonial dot length. Okay, and I think I need to remove this one. No, give me a second. Yeah, so I have two functions. First one is used to move the next slide, this will be used to move the right slide, and also I need to add the writing. Okay, so in order to display the writing I will create a function which is to handle the writing, render star. By the way, I will use the simple image to display the stars. Okay, array dot from and there I'm going to use length more than 5, and the next thing I'm going to use underscore, this will be index, and inside there I just paste the SVG. In the SVG I have a simple conditional rendering on there, height should be 5, width should be 5, and inside there I check the index less than is writing, which is coming from as a function argument, and just assign the values. Text should be yellow, otherwise text should be white. So that's it for the functions. So I will use them guys inside this one project. So let's see how we can use it. So where is the image, guys? Here. So this is the image tag. So in the image tag, in the source, you need to use testimonial. In the array, target your active index dot image. The image will be here. So I'm going to save the file, as you can see. Right, so same thing I'm gonna do on there. Okay, here's the writing. So in order to display the writing, I need to use render star. This is a function which get the argument. So I'm gonna use testimonial active index, active index. After that, writing. So it should be display the writing. Okay, I can't see the writing right now, but I will fix it. Give me a second. So in the author, you need to use testimonial active index author. so it should display the author. And yeah, here is a role. Okay, it should be display the role, right? So let's move on the code. So in the code you just use testimonial active index dot code. It should be display the code, guys. Okay, I need to use index. Give me a second. Why I can't get the code? Let me check it. Yeah, I'm getting the code, right? So let's add the event when I click on the next and previous button. So this is previous. Okay, so just use on click and calling the previous testimonial. And where is the next? And I think here is the next. So I'm going to use on click and next testimonial. So I'm going to save the file. Let's try to execute this. As you can see, right, give me a second. Once I've reached can't wait property and define image. Okay, the next is working perfectly, but the previous doesn't work perfectly. So we're gonna fix the issue. What is wrong inside the previous? So okay, okay, and let me add this one on there. So I think previous negative by this will used inside there. Give me a second, I will rewrite this one code. Okay, and that will be previous index. Okay, then I'm going to select previous index -1 increment testimonial.length. After this one I'm going to use the modules testimonial.length. So I think it should be solve the problem. So I'm going to close this one. Let's check it now what happened. Yeah, it's working, guys, when I reach. Right, cool. And the last thing is ratings. Okay, so I need to check that the length is render star. Okay, this is the index, so I can't get the writing. So let me check the writing is correct. Render start testimonial index. I think something is wrong on there, so yeah, give me a second. I think I need to check it. Let me remove this one. return array def from, and the length should be 5, comma, and this will be empty and index. Okay, the problem is, guys, just paste it. Okay, yeah, so let me close it, and it should be displayed right, as you can see. So I use this curly bracket inside there, so it doesn't display inside the page. So I'm getting the values, as you can see, guys. So this is the categorical, and yeah, we're gonna work on the contact and footer as well. So let's move on. So guys, we're gonna work on the logic to get the data from the input fields, and when user will click on the button, then we need to get the data from the input fields, and we're gonna display the data inside our console. So let's move on, and I'm gonna use a few things. So first of all, I will create a state. In the state, I'm gonna add the form data, set form data, use state. I'm gonna assign the object best value. By default is nothing. This is a name, email, phone, right. The next one is submitted. Set is submitted. Use state, by default is false. Okay, let's create a function handle change, and I'm going to add the value like e means element. Whatever the value you will be passed on there, I'm going to use e. Then I need to destruct the values and name from the input field. So I need to use the name dot value from e dot target. Then I need to target set form data as an object, previous, previous state, and make a copy of the previous state. Okay, I think, give me a sec. No, I think, give me a second. Yeah, comma, name the value. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna use a function that will help us to handle the submit e.print default, and I'm going to use console clock and form submitted, and I would say form data. Okay, and once the data will be submitted, I need to reset my state. So set form submitted is true, and set form data like this. I just copy and I'm going to paste on there, right? And the last function I would like to create that will help us to display the message more than 5 seconds. After that it will be removed. Okay, so what I'm going to do on there, I'm going to set timeout. The time period I would say 5000, and set is form submitted is false. So let's implement these functions inside our page. Okay, first of all I need to find the conditional rendering, this one. So this is a, and this is else statement. So give me a second, I'm going to remove this one and cut this code, complete code, and we would say, give me a second, is submitted, means the form is submitted to display this one. Otherwise I need to get the form tag like this, just get that and use colon and display this one. So I'm going to save the file, and let's see, I can't see anymore the message, right? Let's move on and find out the form, and I would say on submit event. Okay, so on submit and a submit function. And also we need to change few things inside the input fields. The first one is I need to assign the value which is coming from the form data that name, and also I need to use onChange function on there. Just copy both fields and paste on there. Just change the name is email, and same thing I'm gonna do. This will be form and this will be subject. Okay, subject, and this will be message like this. So I think it should be done. So let's try to use the form, and there's a lot of things. I didn't use any keys, so yeah. By the way, let's try to use form. Okay, so demo demo we are working with React CSS. So let's try to use that. Click on it. The form has been cleared and I'm getting the data inside the console, as you can see, guys. Right, cool. So let's move on and work with the footer section. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss all about how to build a responsive fitness website using React JS and also Tailwind CSS. Here is a project. In the top have a logo, in the right side have a menus, and behind that have a slider. It will change the image after 5 seconds or 3 seconds, 5 seconds. And this is a showcase section, and there I have a content button. In the right side I have a simple card. But when you scroll down, you are able to see this sticky navbar, right? And when you hit the next section like there, I am able to see this is the features tab or features section. In the features section, when I hover the mouse on the particular section or tab, I'm getting the image and also content. When I hover the mouse in the next one, I'm getting another image like this, right? You can also click on the particular tab, you will get the particular image and content, guys. So let's move on, and this is the classes, and the classes have a tabs data. When you click on the next tab, you are getting the particular details on there. Let's move on. And here is the pricing, very simple. And this is a trainer card section. And let's move on, and this is a testimonial. When you click on the next, you will get the different reviews from the users. And the last one is the contact us and footer. When I click on this one arrow sign, I will move on the top, and this is the top. I can click on the particular section, I will get the particular section detail on the website. Look at that, guys. Right, so I'm going to click on the home. Let's look at the responsiveness. So I select the small screen size like this, click on there, I'm getting the menus, click on it to remove the menus. And when you click on particular section, you will get on there, right? So let's see, I will use, so guys, I will teach you how you can use simple React and also Tailwind CSS to design it from scratch, right? So let's get it started. So guys, we are successfully completed our website, but we need to add a few things inside the project. The first thing is, when I click on it, I need to move on the top, and also have some issue, not issue, but the logics which are used inside the navbar. So we're going to fix them, and so let's move on our code editor. So here is a scroll to top. So I need to add a few things inside there. First of all, I will create a state is visible, shape is visible, use a state. By default, I will assign the value as false, right? And I will use effect array. Inside there, I'm going to use const toggle invisibility, means when the button will be give me a second, I will show you. When I click on it, the page will be moved on the top. So when the page is top, then I need to hide it. Okay, so I will use simple logic on there is if window dot page offset Here's the X, but I'm going to use Y, means top greater than 50 of 500. Set visibility is 2. Otherwise, set visibility false. Okay, and so this is a function. Outside of this one function, I'd say window.add event listener, which event you will use is scroll and toggle visibility. Also, I need to clean up the function by using return keyword. Window.remove which event is scroll, and the function is toggle visibility. Okay, so yeah, let's move on and work on the scroll to top. So const scroll to top, and window.scroll to, just use two function. Is the object based top is 0, and behavior I would say smooth. Okay, that's it. I'm going to call the function, but before calling it, this is a conditional branding, so I would say is visible is true, then display that, otherwise not display this one. Okay, okay, give me a second, I'll fix it. And on click, where is the function, scroll to top. Okay, so let's see what is visible greater than, okay, it's perfect. Page Y I've set greater than, give me a second. Okay, I think, give me a second, I think everything is perfect, but why I can't see anything inside or footer. So let me check that. It's visible, fixed. Yeah, it's perfect. So yeah, let's try to check it now. Yeah, it is up here, guys. So yeah, so let's try to execute the event. When I click on it, when it reached on the top, you can't see anymore the button, but when you will move on down, as you can see. Okay, so let's move on the next logic, which used when I move on the particular section, then the particular section link will be active, otherwise display another section when you will move on it. And also when I click on that, then I will move on the particular section. So we're gonna work on that, so I need to close it and we will work on the app.jsx. So first of all, I will use effect, and yeah, and I'll scroll. Right, so const replace that queue, and that queue is select all. And by the way, I think I need to check this class is well I assign or not, but I will check it on later. Make a follow, let I in the value 0, I less than will start length I plus plus. Okay, I'm getting there. Okay, so inside there I'm going to create a variable window dot height, window dot inner height. Okay, the next variable I will create a reveal top. So select the reveals high, get bounding client React function dot top, and const reveal point 150 if reveal top less than window dot height negative reveal point. Move on if statement and select the reveals index number dot class list dot add actor. Okay, so this is our function, and we're gonna use, give me a second, outside of this one function there I'm going to create this one section. Each section have a names like home, features, about, classes, which names are used on particular section as ID based. Remember, I have used them inside our project. In each section I used the ID with the name of particular content like home, features, and so on and so forth. Right, so let's move on. Create a variable, scroll position window dot scroll y, and once again I will use for loop. Let I sections dot length negative by 1 I greater than or equal to 0, then I negative. Inside there I'm going to create a section variable document dot get element by ID, sections the index number, if section, and scroll to position, greater than equal to section dot offset top negative by 100, come into the if party, and I'm going to set active sections, and passing the index. Okay, last thing I'm going to add it break, stop it. Right, so it is a little bit tricky guys, okay, but it is very helpful for add the logics, add the features. Okay, so let's move on. I'm going to use add event listener, which event is scroll event. When the event will be executed, then I'm going to call the scroll handle scroll function. Also I need to call handle the scroll function outside of the event. Last thing I'm going to use clean the function by using return keyword. In the return I will use window.add event listener scroll and handle. So I'm going to save the file. Let's use, as you can see I'm getting particular section when I click on it. Okay, but the cool thing is I need to move on there, and I'm going to add the simple HTML scroll behavior smooth. Okay, it should be displayed perfect. Okay, let's click on it. Right, as you can see guys. So last and final thing is navbar. Okay, so we will work on it. So I'm going to open the navbar, and the navbar I need to add a few things. Give me a second. So let me check it. Toggle, and yeah, it is perfect. Okay, and yeah, great. So scrolled, and let me check that. Basically I need to work on the links. Okay, there is the links. Okay, the first step, I'm going to select active section is equal to link.id. Then I would say scroll, and text should be red 600, otherwise text should be white. Also I will use one more time else statement and call scrolled, then text should be gray 700. When I hover the mouse, text should be red 600, otherwise text should be gray 200. When I hover the mouse, text should be white. Okay, white. Let me save it, and my content is okay. Yeah, the first one is active, but okay. Let me add the active logic. Okay, so inside there I'm going to use active section equal to a link.id. Then I will use call x 100, otherwise nothing. Okay, let me save it, and right now as you can see, but why I can't move on features? Okay, why this nav is, I mean home page is active, I can't see any changes when I click on another page. Let's click on it. When I click on the particular link, then I need to move on there, but I don't know why. To section, guys, I find the problem, I think, on click, and when the user will click on that, so I would like to use simple okay, but before using it, I move on there, and I'm gonna pass as a prop is set sorry guys set active section and set. Okay, let me save it, use on there as a prop. Okay, and I'm gonna call it link.id. Okay, so let me click on it. As you can see, guys, the last and final problem is when I move on the particular section, I need to display the particular link. So we're gonna fix it. Let me check it. So let's move on the app.jsx to find out the problem inside the scroll section. So guys, I need to make another use effect, but before using it, I'm gonna copy, I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna paste in the top, and I will use same logic, use effect, and I would say active section dependency. When this will be changed, this effect will be executed. Okay, so I'm going to use same logic that I have used on the top. So just let me copy that, and I'm going to paste on there. Okay, just copy this one and paste on. Okay, so let me move on there. As you can see, guys, right, and this is the classes, about, features, and yeah, so it is completely responsive. So let me check it now. And this amount screen size, click on that. Let's see, click on the features. Okay. So guys, I hope you understood as well all about it. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.